It's Thursday, August 28th. Welcome to Scouting the League. What a big week it has been for us here on Scouting the League. Our fantastic conversations kicked off the week with new executive director of the Panini Senior Bowl, Drew Fabianich, as well as a deep thinking conversation on Wednesday with former World Series of Poker champion and PhD in cognitive science, Annie Duke. Both of those conversations got into the weeds, as we like to do here on Scouting the League. Make sure you go check those out if you haven't, as well as check out Tuesday's episode where we jump into the draft room with former NFL scout Brian Zekis. We talk defensive linemen, specifically Grayson Halton of Oklahoma, Tyreek Sapp of Florida, and Mikhail Kamara of Indiana. Listen to real draft room talk from two guys that have actually been in the draft room, where we like these players, what we want to see this fall. Really fun conversations. We will have more of those, including edges, offensive line, and more as we get through the fall. Plenty more fantastic guests coming up in the future. And if you have missed any of those past episodes, make sure you go back and check the archives, take a listen, or a watch over on YouTube. While you are there, make sure you hit those like, subscribe, and share buttons wherever you are at. Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or over on YouTube. Share this with a friend. That is the biggest thing you can do to help us out. We know if you're listening to this, you like ball, share it with somebody else who likes ball and likes scouting. Make sure you get the word out there. Give us a follow on X as well. I am Rodrik David at RightStepADV on X. Neil Stratton, the co-host, who you see regularly, you know him. He is at Inside the League. All our guests will drop their handles in those show notes. Make sure you give our host and home Pro Football Insiders a follow. They are at pro_FB_insiders. Make sure you head back and check out our episode with Stuart Jenkins of Blue Maca and use code SCOUTING20 at checkout for that 20% discount. Those insoles that Stuart has helped develop, really making a difference in the NFL, MLB, really anywhere where they're being worn. And yes, listen to that episode, even an amusement park, which is what I did for several days with those insoles, really makes a difference. Use that code SCOUTING20 when you're checking those out. More fascinating products coming up in the future that are, changing the way athletes recover, athletes perform, whether in season or out of season. So make sure you're checking those out. Also, check out thescoutingcommunity.com, whether you are a current NFL scout or aspiring NFL scout. For NFL scouts, we are going to have data and salary surveys, access to information to make sure you have all the insurance, all the considerations you need to figure out, both short-term and long-term. Find mentors, find development, find everything you need to know. If you're on the road, don't have time to check some of this stuff out, maybe send your wife, significant other over, have them check it out as well. The scouting community is here for you. We want to help scouts however we can. That is what I am here for. That is what I want to help do through the scouting community. If you are an aspiring scout, you're in a personnel department, you're out on the street, you're wanting to be in a personnel department somewhere, check it out. We got a spot for you as well, aspiring scouts. It is at thescoutingcommunity.com. Networking, conversations, what you need to be doing now to get ready to be in a personnel office in the future. We'll have those conversations, give you mentorship, have whatever conversation we need wherever you are at. That is all at thescoutingcommunity.com. College season is underway. Pro rosters are now at 53. Agree or disagree with those roster decisions? Well, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. While these roster moves and decisions are a little bit harder to make an argument for sometimes, you and I are not in the building, so we do not have that full picture. One of the great exercises to do this time of year, as you're looking either at your favorite roster, you're just breaking down some of these 53-man rosters, is sit there and make an argument for both sides or every side of whatever decision is made. Again, something like the Browns quarterback situation for some of these players, Audric Estime in Denver, Hendon Hooker in Detroit. Make the argument. Sit down, look at the roster, look at what they've done, look at where their contract's at, try to find out some information on what kind of player they are. Go back and look at the archives, find out what you can about them, and then make an argument. Great thing to do. Again, you got a friend out there who loves ball as much as you do. Pick a side, make an argument. Again, not a la some of the TV shows where, again, they just throw stuff against the wall, hoping it sticks. again, think about it critically, think about it from a in-depth standpoint, to think about what is really happening behind some of these decisions. There are many, many decisions, including that on-field play, that are going to dictate some of these roster decisions. But again, fit in the room, special teams, again, perhaps something that Audric Estime in Denver has part of his profile. Again, a deep running back room with no huge names, a bunch of good names. But again, Audric Estime in Denver was a bit of a surprise for me. So make the argument. Why should he have been in Denver? Why shouldn't he have been? Where is he going to end up? Have those conversations. This is an exercise that's really going to get you to look at the whole picture, challenge you with some critical thinking, perhaps turn over a stone you had yet to turn over, and really work on looking at things from a holistic 53 standpoint. And that is really going to allow you to look at things from a different perspective, more of that NFL team perspective, and it will make you a smarter football fan. So we are at 53. Practice squads will get set, and perhaps teams will kick some tires on some of these players that clear waivers and are on the street. Again, as the process worked it out, teams hit that 53-man roster. Again, maybe a move or two needed to be made on the short term. Again, a IR, maybe a waiver claim. But again, teams will say they're at 53. There's 16 practice squad players have now been signed as well. And there are a bunch of players now on the street that probably deserve another look. Some of these players are going to get early season workouts, ensuring that your short list is on point. Maybe your team had questions on a player, limited preseason snaps, whatever the case may be. There are plenty of reasons why a team may want to look at a player that's now on the street, and that really gives you some good reasons to have some workouts here early in the season. Again, whether you're talking a short list, a street list, maybe a practice squad list, or a vet list, every team is going to have a slightly different operation on how they do things. Maybe one list, two lists, three lists, whatever those lists look like, they will have different categories of player. A practice squad list, again, really those developmental, young, probably 1 or 2 year out of college players that, hey, maybe they have a trait, they've got some length, they ran a good 40, whatever it may be. That's a practice squad list. If this guy, if we end up with a practice squad spot, this guy's a player to consider bringing in. Your short list, your vet list, these are guys, players that, hey, if we have an injury on Sunday and we have a Thursday night game, we got a quick turnaround to get somebody ready. This is a guy that's been in battles. Maybe he was with us in the past. Maybe he's been with his coach in the past. You can turn around and get that guy ready to go. So no matter what the list is, there are going to be different reasons why you have players on lists. And for some of these players, a workout is going to be the next step to get these players either on a list, maintain that list, or maybe kick them off the list and, send them down the road. Workouts are essential. Pretty good way also early in this season to work out your in-season workout process. Again, you've probably done some workouts throughout the preseason, but again, now that all the wheels of the season are in motion, Tuesdays are going to be your big workout days, with players flying into a city on Monday night. Maybe they do a physical Tuesday morning, maybe not. Maybe they just head to the facility, do that workout, whether there's a roster spot available, whether there's a practice squad available, maybe it's just kicking the tires. Players will go through that process, maybe meet with a coach or two, work out on film in that facility, and have everything ready to go. Yes, it is one of those things that the preseason workout schedule is a little different than that in season. You really want to work it out. New people, new places, scouting assistants, pro scouts, whoever it may be, make sure you got everything buttoned up here early in the season. That way you come week 7, 8, 9, when it's crunch time, you have the process down, you have everything ready to go. That way you can quickly have that process. We got 2 names, let's work them out and get everything ready to go. So as workouts happen, just be patient. Again, look at those roster decisions. Think about why a player may be getting a workout. Don't just jump to conclusions. Don't assume anything. Give it some critical thinking. Just like you did with those roster decisions, you will be a better football fan and football person for it. Thoughts, comments, questions, let me know. Again, I am at RightStepADV on X. I have been part of workouts. I have been a part of roster cuts, practice squad signings, and just about everything happening this time of year at both the pro and college level. No spot like being in the building getting toward week 1. Expectations are high. Energy is high, but it is a long season. It is a hard league to win in the NFL. The margins are tight. Everyone must start and stay on the same page, something we will talk about next week here on Scouting the League. So as games roll on and prospects continue to press on the college side. Don't just watch the game, keep scouting.